You can actually see one of those bullet holes through the windshield of this truck. What investigators do know is that all these events unfolded along this half-mile stretch of Volunteer Parkway. We just saw a canine is on the scene of the crime scene behind us, this White House here. There has been a canine spotted, and of course you can see investigators are still assessing the evidence on site. I'm at Hawkins Elementary School in Rogersville, where Carly Trent was last seen. She was here at school yesterday when her uncle, Gary Simpson, came to check her out around 1:30 yesterday afternoon under the pretense that her father had been in a car accident.
So what is the latest there, Callie?
And we've been seeing some breezy conditions. You can actually see a little of the wind that I'm in right now. However, I just spoke with U.S. Forest Service officials who say that they are starting to bring in firefighters for this evening. They are hoping for some rainfall overnight tonight, but you can actually see behind me there is still some smoke right now from the ridge line. That wind chill, let me tell you, it's pretty breezy out here. We're actually catching a break for the moment, but it's been pretty chilly. You can see now more snow around the parking lot, and yes, that's I-26 behind us. You can see traffic moving smoothly here. Hola y bienvenidos al Festival Corazón Latino aquí en la ciudad de Johnson City, or for all my English speakers out there, welcome to the Latin Heart Festival that's happening right now in downtown Johnson City. Behind me you can see a Ferris wheel. As I mentioned earlier, that's a new addition this year. Those totes will go on the Santa train, they will be packed on there, and then they will be delivered to needy kids in the community. I'm actually joined right now by the store manager here at Food City, Mark Hubbard. Mark, tell me why this is such a great thing for the community. You can see so many volunteers coming out to pack these boxes.
Absolutely. We look forward to this.
Finally found a ride where I meet the height requirements. I'm actually riding on Little Pete's Railway through historic downtown Jonesboro, where Jonesboro Days Festival is kicking off. Go ahead and take a look at the streets of Jonesboro right now. A lot of activities going on. I spoke with folks in Greene County today who say that they're not happy that U.S. Nitrogen has been permitted to pump water from the plant to the Nolichucky River for the past 2 years. And as the plant's permit is up for reissuance this month, community members tell me they hope their concerns will make a difference.
Our problem is what they're going to put back in the river.
Donahue Bible is the president of a group called Save the Nolichucky. He also owns around 100 acres of riverfront property on the Nolichucky River and says he's concerned that U.S. Nitrogen's plant processes could be hazardous to the environment.
Environmental impact study has never been done. They refuse to do that. TDEC has said that they don't need to do that. And what they say is going into it, and what's going into it is what we don't know what it is.
A spokesperson for U.S. Nitrogen tells me that no environmental impact study has been performed in this case because it is not required by TDEC. She stated that all guidelines are being followed in accordance with the current permit, yet citizens like Chuck Price say more should be done.
I don't want to see anybody get sick over this stuff because it could have been prevented.
Bible says the water U.S. Nitrogen sends back into the Nolichucky could be especially harmful to surrounding communities.
People on the Nolichucky River on the Cocke County side all have wells over there. There's no public water service to them, and their groundwater has a good chance of being polluted by what goes in that river.
Bible says he's glad TDEC is extending the deadline for more public input, but fears it won't be enough to make a difference.
I think this whole thing was cut and dried 5 years ago. I don't think anything the public says at this point will have any impact on it. They're just, it's a smoke and mirrors situation at this point.
Callie Durham reporting for News Channel 11 in your corner.
I feel like they feel it's easier to just euthanize. They don't work with volunteers very well. They don't reach out to rescues.
Lindsay Campbell operates an animal rescue. She feels the Scott County Animal Control Shelter in Gate City, Virginia is killing too many animals too soon.
The required amount of time that we have to keep them is 7 days. That's if they don't have a collar. If they have a collar, we have to keep them 10 days.
But volunteers like Campbell say a week usually isn't enough time to help the animals find a home.
The dogs should be allowed to live past the 7 or 10 days.
As long as we have room, or they have potential for going to a rescue, or somebody may want them, that they may stay here as long as a month.
But volunteers like Billy Denton say just last month this wasn't the case.
We've got 21 kennels there. There was 12 dogs in the shelter, and 6 of them were euthanized. at the shelter.
The business hours for the facility are also raising concerns.
They're only open from 8 to 12, Monday through Saturday.
Doherty says additional staff would help.
If we had a full-time employee, that would, I'm sure, double our chances of people coming in to see what we've got.
But Animal Control actually has 2 full-time employees, including Doherty, and 1 part-time employee.
If we had another week, maybe that would be it. We've had cases where the people have called us to say, hey, we need to get, do they still have this dog? Do they still have that dog? And we have to tell them, no, it was euthanized yesterday.
Doherty says euthanizing animals is part of the job.
You have to distance yourself a little bit from the animals. You can't look, I can't look at them the way everyone else does, because you're not going to find homes for every animal.
In Gate City, Callie Durham, News Channel 11, in your corner.